Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was earlier. I made a lot of friends at a new park. It's too funny. I had all the animals. All they gotta do is hear my voice. That's all. Once they hear this voice, the animals know that Starlight is at the park. That happened to me today. It's my first time at this park that I went to today, and I'm like, hi, geese, Starlight's here. And they just started coming. I'm like, did the geese in all the other states tell them that Starlight was here? It's too funny. So anyway, I hope you're able to get out in nature somewhere, and I hope you're, like, love the animals like Starlight does. They are my favorite friends. Is that okay to say? I just said it, so it's got to be okay. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Also, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can share this video with your family, friends, and I saw a lot of birds today, all kinds, but I did see a hawk out in the park, so you could share my videos with a hawk, and I saw lots of ducks, so you could share my videos with a lot of ducks, and don't forget, you can ring the notification bell. That way you don't miss any videos, and you can also check out my playlist, and you can also check out my Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. I love you all, and today I haven't made one of these videos in a while, and so as I've been on this journey here of living in my car, I didn't know they had this name until I got in the situation, and then people would come, ask me, oh, are you car camping? Well, yes, I am. That was not my plan when I started, but yes, I guess that's what I'm doing. So that is what this video is about today, is for people who, whether it was their plan, whether they got in this situation. It wasn't my plan, it was God's. So, and I gave myself over to God, and I'm like, whatever you want, God. It's not what I want. It's where do you want me? What do you want me to do? I'm manifesting my life purpose. I'm manifesting, abundance in my life. So God, whatever you desire, wherever you want me, I'm going to go wherever it is. It's not about me, it's about God. So anyway, with that is because I have gone from New York to this state, that state, all over the United States, is I've been learning a lot of stuff about car camping and what you really are going to want to do if you're in this situation, whether you planned it, whether you're getting out of a toxic relationship, or maybe, you told that boss to take this job and shove it because you're not a slave. You realize I'm not a slave. They don't, I've seen lots of people in Colorado bitch and complain on a daily basis at one particular gas station, and then, I noticed this one man that just started working there, and, he only worked there for about a week. And so one day I said, hey, how do you like your job? That was the wrong question, Starlight. So he took that job for a reason. He says, well, it's just like any other job. Well, but people have the right to decide on what kind of job and what they're going to take. I always pictured myself, well, do I really want to see myself in that job? Like, do I want to see myself as a McDonald's sandwich maker like I used to? No, absolutely not. I realized when I was working there, it was like I was doing like 3 people's job and only getting $8 and something, a long time ago. And when I got a raise, I thought it was a joke. I thought my manager was telling me a funny joke, and I didn't think it was funny because I was a hard-ass worker. I did stuff that nobody else was doing. I made the place look really beautiful for Burger King kitchen, and here it was 10 cents, my raise. It's like, really? That's my raise. So I understand why people, really should get more money at those jobs, especially when it's breakfast time, when people are hungry, and lunchtime. I can't even imagine these days because now everybody's got these apps, So anyway, I'm getting a little off track. So if you don't like your job, get another one. If you're not happy, start your own business. Ding! Start your own business. That is really that. You got to be creative. I've given other people ideas and I'm thinking, man, that is such a great idea, Starlight. So you got to be creative. Try to think of something that nobody else is doing. Start your own business. And there's so many things that you can do to start your own business that don't even cost any money. You just got to be creative in what it is, or it doesn't cost a lot of money. So anyway, besides that, how you got in a situation is not what I'm talking about right now. I'm going to be here to help you how to do it, And so anyway, if you are traveling or if you're staying in one place, so I'm going to touch on both. If you're traveling around in a car and you don't know where you're going, but you're kind of being led like I am, like by the universe, and the universe is like, Starlight, pack your bags, go here. I'm like, okay, everything's packed. Oh yeah, there's the gas money. Thank you, God. Now I can go. So if that's the case, if you don't really know where you're going, or maybe you know where you're going, maybe you're like, hey, I'm in my car. It's kind of cold out there in the wintertime, and maybe, you want to go where it's warm. So as you're traveling, wherever you're going, is that they do, just to let you know, you're going to want to get a notebook. You're going to want to get some paper. A notebook, it would be the ideal thing with a pen that actually works. Yeah. It's funny when I say that because I have all these pens and a marker and a sticky note. Guess how many pens in this container works? Any guesses? 1. So you definitely want a pen that works. Starlight in a pen thing. I'm gonna, for a Christmas gift, universe, I desire a package of beautiful, smooth writing pens that don't smear and that last a long time. Okay. So anyway, besides the pens, is that you're really gonna want a notebook, and I don't have mine in here, but a good, all you need is a 1-subject notebook. You can get that at the Dollar Tree or a Walmart, something cheap, and you're gonna need that pen. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna write in it, of course, and there's a 211 number all around in the United States that I'm aware of, because everywhere I've gone is I call the 211 number, and they have operators on there that will help you. You let them know what you need, and you might want to write down stuff on a piece of paper so you don't forget, because you might, you never know what they have depending on who you are and what you need. Is, you might want to go in a shelter, and I'm not telling you to go there, believe me, because shelters are very toxic and it could be very dirty, depending on where you're going. You might need a shower, so you want to, write a list of things that you're needing, like food, or even your necessities, shampoo, deodorant, how long, have you cleaned up, and so there's a lot of things that they help you with. That's why you want to make a list. That way, when you're on that phone, it might, depending on where you are, it might take them a little while, and they normally will get your number, and so they can call you back if the wait is too long, because some areas they get a lot of calls. And besides calling the 211 number, is if you need food, you could just Google it. And hopefully you have a phone. If you don't have a phone, there are ways to get a free phone, but then that means that you got to kind of lean on the government a little bit there, and they have free phones that you can get through the government. Is if you have any services through the government program, like maybe Medicaid. If you got Medicaid or food stamps, then you can get a free phone and they will help you out, or sometimes a free tablet. So, and then there's sometimes through the government you can also get a free laptop. Mind blowing, right? Of course, it's all to track you down and get, I'm just kidding. Is it really track you down and get some information from you and spy on you? Why not? But anyway, we'll just let that go. So the 211 number is that they are a resource line and they can actually help you. And sometimes they will, they might not have a whole lot of places. So this is something that Starlight is going to help communities out, is so then more people that have resources, that they can get more hooked up with the 211 number. That way when people call the 211 number, there's more resources available than just a few that are available. So like I said, when you call the 211 number, you're going to want to have a pen and have a paper, write a list of things that you need. Sometimes if they actually have places that will help people to do things with your car, or help you get your driver, like ID, so there's so many different resources on there. You never know until you actually call and ask. Sometimes they got gas cards, not always. Those are very hard to come by. So these are things that will help you out as far as getting things that you need. And what you're gonna want to do is when you a lot of times the 211 number will ask you for your Gmail address, and when you do that, then they will send all these resources on your phone. That way you can look it up and stuff like that. And when you do get connected either on your phone through Google, like food pantries near me, when you go to any of those food pantries, or ask them, do you have resources? Tell them what you need, because they could possibly have other connections for you. So on that note is, if you are traveling to another location like Starlight has done over and over and over again, you're going to want to kind of get in that location in the daytime. It is good to kind of get your feel in the area, and that's when you're going to want to find out, okay, where am I going to park tonight? And scary as this may sound, like I just did, is you can call also the police department as long as you're not wanted, and a lot of times, well, they might ask your telephone number, or maybe they're not going to ask, like they didn't ask me my telephone number. So you can call the police department, because they have resources too. They might have like help for you. So if you're in your car, they might have ways for you to get help, or maybe if you're on foot, maybe if you're on the streets, they might have resources so you can find a tent so you can camp instead of living on the street. Or if you need a shower, they might have contacts, where they can give you information so you can go and take a shower. But like I said, be mindful. If you are running away from the cops and you're afraid of going to the police department, you don't have to go to the police department. All you got to do is give them a call, say I'm in the area. They might not even ask your name, and so those are other resources that you can use, is the police department, because they find homeless people and they are trying to help out so that people can get the right kind of resources in their situation. Like I just asked for a parking area, now I know where to park. So, and then that's why that notebook is going to come in handy. Not all the time are they going to be able to, give you an email. So you want that pen and paper handy and a notebook, because loose papers get lost, so you don't want to lose your information. That's why a notebook is so important. And no matter what size, it doesn't have to be a big notebook. It could be a medium-sized notebook. But write, the name of the place down, the address down, and if there's a telephone number that you need a telephone number, write that down. And if they know the hours of the place, or maybe you can Google after you get the information, you can Google the address, the name of the company, and then you can get, the further details, like it is wise, ding, 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 it is wise to call up the number, because sometimes the hours change. Even if somebody gave you a name of a food pantry, they could have changed their hours around, because winter months, summer months, or this month, or whatever is going on, or they could have moved locations. So it is wise to call up these numbers ahead of time instead of driving all the way there, get there, and then find out there's a sign that says we moved or we're closed. So that will save you a lot of frustration, time, and gas money that you don't want to waste. So those are ways that can help you out to get resources. And like I said, anytime, when you're living in your car, you could go to as many food pantries in that location or other locations because you don't have a permanent address. So really going to as many food pantries as you can is really good because you never know what each food pantry actually has. You might need blankets, and another good thing to do is Google it or even ask on that 211 number or even the police department, like shelters. The reason why I say shelters is because sometimes, and even churches, will have free meals in the daytime, so you don't have to cook, you don't have to clean dishes, you don't have, and they have, healthier food than going and using your money at a fast food place, because it's quick and easy. So at least then you can get vegetables, and on holidays, a lot of times these places give you extra stuff, and then every time you go to any place, ask them, hey, do you know where, if you haven't found certain things that you need, don't be afraid to ask, get the information written down, get it in your notebook, put on top of the notebook on the top page what area you're at, especially if you're going to move around. And it's not like you can move across the United States in one day, so it's going to take time. So if you're planning on moving around, doing different things, is that you want to write on the top of your notebook, when you open up the page, the cover is to write what state it is, what location. And that way, if you ever ended up, reusing those same places, you got all the information down. The more information that you write on your notebook is better. Okay, where is the place? What, like if it's food, you're just going to have, okay, here on this notebook, I'm just going to have food pantries. And then, you're just going to turn so many pages later and what else do you need? You might need parking. You only need one page, for parking areas. You don't need a whole lot of space for where to park. And another couple pages, well, not a couple pages, but the next page over, you can write where to take a shower and make sure, and all this is at this location, those, have the location, have the hours written down, and the days of the week that they're open. If they're open only Monday, Wednesday, Friday, write that out. What time are they open? That way, everything is so organized, because that's what a Starlight Virgo does, is I organize stuff. Then, like I said, you're going to want to have the telephone number. That way, you can call up and ask any questions before you go there. And don't be afraid to write down anything, like maybe even on a sticky note of things that you're looking for. Maybe you need some socks, maybe you need a blanket, maybe you need toothpaste, maybe you need shampoo. Write the list of things that you really, really need before you go to these places, so that way you are all ready and prepared when you go there, because you never know what they have. Maybe you need some hats, maybe you need some hand warmers, maybe you need some clothes. There's also, you can, thrift stores, there's times that you can go to thrift stores and different places. You gotta ask. The more, when you go into any place to get help, you can say, hey, I need laundry clean. There could be a place out there where you can get your laundry cleaned for free. And then you gotta write that, that's another page, another section in your notebook. Laundry, free laundry. Where you can get your laundry clean, and you don't need a lot of space for that. That would actually go good on one page with parking and showers. So you can have parking here, showers here, and laundry, all in one page on your notebook, depending on your size of your notebook. And you want the addresses, the information, all the information. That way, of course, you're not going to need your laundry done every day. So when you need your laundry done, you go in your book, like, oh yeah, this is the food pantry, this is this, and this is that, and then you find out what you need. Okay, what are the days that they're open? And so, like, if you're moving around, like Starlight has done many times, is that what you want to do is try to get in a new area early in the day. You don't want to do this at night because it's hard to see where to go parking, and you don't want to go parking somewhere, get all settled in the middle of the night, and get all, in the middle of the night, you're sleeping, and then you get that in the middle of the night. That's scary. I've had that happen many times. So that's why I say calling the police department up and saying, hey, I just arrived in this area. Could you let me know of some places that I can park, and let them know what vehicle you have, like a car, because that's what they're going to want to know, RV, car, trucker, So that way they can give you the information, and that way, you can go to bed and say, hey, the police department, a police officer gave me this information. I can park here. He's saying I can park here. So you're not going to worry about a police officer or a security guard to knock on your window in the middle of the night and tell you that you have to move your car. Because it's horrible when that happens. And you can also Google online about like overnight parking, like where can I overnight park and where are you? So that's all you got to do. If you're in Colorado, where can I overnight park in whatever area in Colorado? And so there might be places, sometimes Walmart's let you do that, sometimes Cracker Barrel does that. And then, sometimes that's what you might want to do is Google this ahead of time. And sometimes they might not have that information. Sometimes you just have to go there and then find out if they got any signs that says no overnight parking, then that means no overnight parking. So you might want to call some of those places up over ahead of time, like even Walmart, and that's what I did tonight. Hey, can I overnight park at Walmart? Because many of them let you do it. Some of them don't. So you don't want to go there if they say no overnight parking, believe me, because they're going to have a security guard that's going to be there up until a certain hour, maybe until 10 o'clock, and then he's going to head home or she's going to head home. And then after that, they might not bother you, but I'm not guaranteeing that. So you want to think ahead of time if you're moving around is, like I said, you want to get in that location early in the day where it's daylight. That way you have time to research the location where you are, because a lot of times you don't know the area, and that is how you're going to find out. Like Starlight likes to go parking, like at parks. I like to go to libraries, and I like to go hiking, So like what happened the other day, and I got really super frustrated, is I was somewhere and I was looking for a library, I was looking for a park, and I was looking for a hiking place. Starlight had to drive around all over, couldn't find nothing. Steam. Do you see the steam coming out of my ears? I didn't end up going hiking because there was no hiking place. The library that they had was a trailer. There's not going to be any study room in there. And it was in the middle of nowhere, so I wasted my gas, my time, my energy, and parks, I just wanted to sit out in the park, be outside in the day, and I could have done my videos, I could have done all this other stuff. There was no parks to go to. I was like, so my GPS told me about a hiking place. I went driving, and I'm like, what the heck, where is this GPS taking me? Because it was a whole bunch of solar lights or whatever, far away on this, in the middle of nowhere. And so my GPS was bringing me in the middle of nowhere. And so I went a whole day without getting out in nature, without being in a library, without even hiking. Whoo! So my stress level was really high that day. I really did not, I just was like, wow, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. So you don't want that to happen. That's why it's so important that you go out ahead of time. Try to get in the place, around noontime. That way you can set everything up for your day. Where, how are you going to eat? Where are you going to go? Look those places up like I did today. I already know what gas station I'm going to go to because I need to heat up food. I already know where the parking lot area that is, so I know where to park my car, and I already found a library here where it has a study room, because the other place I called, they didn't have a study room. So these are things that, depending on what your needs are, what you are looking for. So you really want to research all of this up, and you really want to do this in the daytime. That way, it makes things smoother. You don't want to be doing this at 10 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock or even 5 o'clock at night when it's already dark and you can't see shit. And you don't want to do that because now you got to get your food ready, and now you can't even see your food if you have any food in your car. So you want to make sure it's light enough so you can get everything prepared and ready for the night. And then, hey, I always stick all my stuff that I need in a bag. I'll just show you. I have like a bag like this big, and I stick all my food in there. Whatever I'm gonna have for the night, I stick it all in that bag. And if I can't eat in the daytime, like here, it was just starting to rain, and I said, ooh, I missed rain. So if you can't eat in the daytime out at a park because it's raining, well, you're gonna have to have that plan of, okay, where am I gonna eat? If you got money to go out and eat, hey, go out and eat at a restaurant. But if you don't have money, or you want to save your money for gas, which is really important when you're car camping, save your money for gas. So anyway, those are ways to make things easier, is when you plan ahead, especially if you're in a new area, you don't know nothing about nothing. And, sometimes you might be traveling to go to a certain area, and then you might find yourself, they don't have anything that you need in that area. You might have to go down a couple exits, or another town over to find what you're looking for. So I really hope this really helps you out. So really write that list of things that you need, all your needs down. Sometimes that 211 number, they might have, like, for single moms that are working, to help out with your car with repairs. They might only say, hey, you're a single mom with kids. We're not going to charge you this much. We'll pay for half of the bill, and we'll repair your car. And all you got to do is pay half of the bill. So you never know what they have on the 211 number. They even have sometimes, like, if you need your hair cut, which Starlight does. My hair, right now, it's at the perfect length to finally get my hair cut, trimmed. So anyway, I love you so much. I really hope you get a lot of help. Please give this video a thumbs up and share this video, because there's a lot of people out there that could use a lot of this. I will have more videos on this. This is more of a resource kind of video for car camping. And it doesn't have to be just for car camping. It could be anybody that's, even on the streets, or an RV, or whatever vehicle you have. So anyway, I hope you get a lot of help. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave me a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And if you got anything that I didn't put, if you got any questions about car camping, I got the answer. I have to have the answer because I've done this more than a year now. So you can leave me a message down below, or even ask me a question. Don't be afraid to ask me a question. And also, you can share my videos with your family, your friends. A rabbit and a tiger. Plus, don't forget the notification bell, and you can also check out my playlist. Plus, you can find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. Also, you can find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. Plus, I just want to let you know I love you. You can check out my playlist, and you can also get out in nature somewhere. It's so really, really important, and that's why Starlight was so stressed out yesterday, is when I can't go out for a hike, I can't get out to a park or a library. It's like, whoo, steam's coming out. So yeah, get out for a hike, get out in nature somewhere. I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and